Hello everyone, today I will be presenting my poster on Iznik ceramics, focusing on their composition, aesthetic principles and symbolic meanings within the broader framework of Islamic art and design. Iznik ceramics produced in Ottoman Turkey between the 15th and 17th centuries are not only celebrated for their beauty but also for their deeply symbolic and spiritual design system. My poster is titled The Intracacies of Iznik Ceramics Composition within Islamic Aesthetic because it highlights how form, color and motif come together to create artworks that reflect both technical mastery and divine harmony. Let's begin with the signature motifs of Iznik ceramics. There are three key elements here. Iconic floral motifs. Most notably, the tulip in Iznik ceramics. Tulips are stylized with the elongated petals and they symbolize divine beauty and spiritual accent. The vertical form of the tulip subtly echoes the upward motion of prayer or spiritual yearning, which is a powerful metaphor in Islamic art. Next, geometry and arabesque elements. These often include Rumi and Hatayi styles. The Rumi style features abstract animal motifs, while Hatayi elements are more floral. These motifs are arranged into interwoven, repeating patterns, reflecting the infinite nature of creation and the unity of God, Tawhid in Islamic belief. The last one is symbolic arrangement. For instance, vase and basket compositions where flowers emerge from a bezel symbolize paradise, gardens, and divine abundance. These arrangements are not random, they reflect cosmic order and divine wisdom. Next, the poster discusses the formal principles of composition in Iznik design. These principles are key to understanding the harmony of visual rhythm in these ceramics. Symmetry and balance. Iznik patterns often follow radial or axial symmetry, creating a calm, meditative sense of order. This symmetry reflects both aesthetic beauty and spiritual balance, essential to Islamic visual culture. Next, rhythmic repetition. Motifs such as tulips, carnations, and arabesques are repeated across the surface. This repetition creates a visual rhythm similar to recitation or the repetitive movement in Islamic prayer. Hierarchy and centralization. Many designs have a central floral motif or medallion that anchors the composition. This mirrors how Islamic cosmology sees the universe and organized around a divine center. Flow and continuity or tashkil. This is a hallmark of Iznik designs. It refers to how all elements, floral forms, vines and cloud bands are interlinked in a seamless, flowing pattern. Nothing stands alone. Everything is part of a fluid, interconnected whole, again echoing the unity and interconnectedness of creation in Islamic thought. Now, let's talk about color. Color is not just a decorative in Iznik ceramics. It's symbolic and tied to spiritual meaning. Cobalt blue is the earliest and most dominant color. It conveys a sense of depth and calm and is often used for outlining. It's also a color that links to paradise and water in Islamic art. Turquoise adds a vibrancy and lightness. It symbolizes life, protection, and renewal, commonly associated with the Central Asian traditions. Next, sage green and emerald green were introduced later and added balance. Green is the color of paradise and the Prophet Muhammad, often symbolizing fertility and spiritual awakening. Armenian bold red is rich, texture and slightly raised. It was used to highlight and accentuate, symbolizing vitality, strength and sacred presence. Together, these colors create a spiritual palette, guiding the viewer's eye and enhancing the sacred nature of the design. Moving on to the techniques and materials. Iznik ceramics were crafted using quartz fretware, a fine white clay body made from about 80% quartz. This gave the pieces a bright, smooth finish ideal for painting. The process involved Shaping, throwing or pressing means firing the piece at around 950 degrees Celsius. Then painting with underglaze pigments which were mineral based on and covered with a transparent glaze. This technique allowed for fine detailing, vibrant colors and a smooth glassy finish that has lasted for centuries. Two famous examples are shown on the poster. The grape dish from around 1570, painted in cobalt blue and inspired by Chinese porcelain. The red floral dish, dated around 1590, showcasing tulips and carnation with a bold use of red and green. These examples highlight how Iznik artists blended Islamic symbolism with the global artistic influences, especially from China and Persia. To conclude, Iznik ceramics are not only exquisite examples of craftsmanship, but also deeply spiritual objects. Every motif, color, and composition is carefully chosen to reflect Islamic values of unity, beauty, order, and divine connection. Through the poster, I hope you have seen how Iznik ceramics go beyond decoration. They are a visual form of zikr or remembrance of God, translated into color, line, and form.